Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Hysteria Projects. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. These messages are general, and I do try to title these messages with a general sense of what they're going to be about. So if you don't want nothing to do with your ex, if you don't want to hear about your ex, don't click on videos that are about a past person or about somebody that says that you want. You know, I'm saying this because where we put our attention shows what we want, what our priority, what our focus is on, okay? So, with that being said, let's hop into this message. This message I feel like is, it's got a lot of weight to it, okay? And we have this third wheel energy coming out here. Now, I feel like I don't even know where to start with this, okay? So, there is somebody, okay. So I feel like there is somebody here that thinks you're crazy. With this third wheel energy here, this is giving me not like cheating, but I'm talking to somebody that is in an open relationship. And it's like you're being called crazy for wanting to move on and leave this person. Hey, you are walking away from whatever commitment you had with this person. I don't know, you could have been married, but not necessarily, okay? You're walking away. You're leaving this person behind, okay? And what I'm getting about this crazy to move on energy is that this was an open relationship. You know, this was somebody that you were dealing with that, you know, it was very open, okay? And whew, okay. So, in this open relationship, you met somebody. And even if you didn't necessarily meet somebody, there's somebody that you interacted with that kind of changed the trajectory of your life here. Yeah. This is somebody that really made you kind of think about things, reevaluate your life. I'm getting this energy that you no longer want to be in this open relationship dynamic. Not just with this person, but I'm getting in general. There could be some sort of an awakening here that you're going through. No, but I'm also getting here that there could have been something that happened when you traveled somewhere. Like, I'm getting this energy of like being on a plane, you know, and flying somewhere. And, you know, again, with this open relationship thing, I don't know, it's you're packing your bags up and leaving. You know, you and this person have been drifting apart. And I'm also picking up, you know, trigger warning, I'm picking up like a miscarriage or an abortion or something along those lines. And it's like you're done with this. You're done with this lifestyle. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I feel like this is not going to resonate for everybody. Okay. This feels like specific. But again, you're in this open relationship with this spouse that you could be married to, okay? And I feel like you have met somebody. Either you have met your actual soulmate here, or there is somebody here that greatly influenced your decision to reevaluate. With this being an open relationship, it's giving that energy, you know, that if you're a male resonating with this, maybe this female had taken a trip somewhere to take care of an issue, okay? If you're a female resonating with this, no, this is somebody that took a trip and weren't safe. Okay, I'm getting that there has been a lot of complications with this being an open relationship. Just overloaded, exhausted. And you're moving forward, you're moving on with your life. And I do still get that energy of like, there's people around you thinking like, dude, you're crazy for moving on. You know, it's like you got the best of both worlds. You know, you got this person here that you two are in this marriage, okay? And then you're also able to just go out and do whatever you want. But that's not the case here. It really isn't. You know? And you're in the state of your life now where you just don't want to deal with this anymore. You know, it comes with so much drama, so much baggage, so much disconnect. You know, it's like you've made a judgment call on your life. And that's why you're leaving. You're leaving this commitment. You know, it's like you're flying far away from this lifestyle. Yeah, third wheel. You know, with this marriage, I mean, this is so giving open relationship. And again, I think you've met somebody here. Yeah. You met somebody. You met your soulmate. Wow. You met your soulmate. And this encounter has just really changed everything. Yeah. It's changed everything. You know, I mean, look at this. Just the way that this fell out right here. You know, this hesitation between these two different people here. No. Yeah, you're sorry to this person that you're leaving. You know, people think you're crazy for doing it, but you're following your heart. It looks like you met your soulmate here. Let's pull some tarot on this. This is not going to resonate for everybody. Oops, where'd that go? Yeah, this Five of Wands. All this conflict. You know, people think that you're crazy for wanting to move on, but you're crazy for wanting to stay in all this drama. You're tired. You're overloaded. You know, this is not the lifestyle that you want anymore. It's like you had your fun. Yeah. You know, again, there's this distance between you and this person. You know, you two are growing apart. And one of the reasons you two are growing apart is, well, there's two main ones that pop up. One reason is because, you know, being in these open relationships like this, you had to, what is the word? Ice is not the word. You had to harden your heart, okay? You had to harden your heart. You almost had to shrink it. You know, you can't be getting attached, right? So you had to shrink your heart. That doesn't go just for these people you entertain. That goes for this person as well. So that's two people doing that, all right? And then you have all this conflict that comes from it. You know, this person might feel like you've left them out in the cold. And maybe you have. No, maybe you have. I don't know. But look, it's this. You met your soulmate here. Yeah, you met your soulmate. And I really feel like I put this here because I feel like this is you. This Emperor being overloaded, this energy. I feel like this is your energy here. And you're so exhausted. But also this energy goes here, It's like you do feel bad. It's like you didn't mean to maybe catch feelings here. You didn't mean to meet your 10 of Cups. And this really has opened your eyes up, to this situation here. And there's some sort of fulfillment here. There's a warmth that radiates over here that it's changed everything. It's changed everything. You're hanging on to that. It's like you don't want to let that go. I feel like this person doesn't want to let go of you. Especially with this stubbornness energy and not wanting to hear it, It's like this person doesn't want to let go of you. And you're giving off that fuck forever energy. Like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. And I'm also getting this attitude from you as well about like, hey, if, this was an open relationship anyways, So, yeah, this 10 of Pentacles, you're going a different direction. You're moving away from this lifestyle. You want something stable. Anything else? Oh, where'd that go? 8 of Wands. What is this 8 of Wands? Happiness. It's happiness. Yeah. Putting an end to all of this that just weighed you down. That's what you're headed towards. This shit didn't make you happy. It wasn't making you happy. And if it really truly was making you happy, then you wouldn't be wanting to go out there and be with other people, right? And it's like, while you were out there, you met somebody here. And this person, I got this airplane, this moving on energy. This taking flight energy. Yeah, clarity. About the 7 of Cups, yes. And the 8 of Cups, yes. So this person is leaving, because this person has gained some sort of clarity here that is helping them to move on. They don't want this lifestyle anymore. It just doesn't sit right with them anymore. They're in a different part of their life. And I keep saying there. I'm talking to you. You're in a different part of your life. And I guess I'm saying there because there's still that energy of like, there's people on the outside looking in at this like, you're fucking crazy for wanting to leave. Like, you have the best of everything. And they don't see that you really don't have the best of everything. You really don't. And the best of everything would be this 10 of Cups, this 10 of Pentacles, this divine love. Look, this 9 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, okay? There's this... It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, okay, is what I'm kind of getting here. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. You don't have to defend your decisions here. You really don't. Because you're following your intuition. You're following your guidance. You're following your heart. And if you were in an open relationship with somebody and you happen to find your soulmate, you would be crazy to not go towards your soulmate and stay in a heartbreaking relationship where it's never fully love. And I'm not saying that all open relationships lack love. I'm not saying that at all. This particular situation here, you two are growing apart, especially emotionally. And part of that is because you have found somebody that does call to your heart. So what else does the collective need to know? Yeah. You know, you're making a judgment call on this. Wand energy. You're making a judgment call. Yeah, you're making a judgment call. Yeah, there was no celebration here. I'm also getting like the energy that this person could have been okay with an open relationship, but not really. Not really. Hence all the drama, hence all the chaos, hence all the bullshit. Because this person really wasn't okay with it. I think really this person just was desperate to keep you. Look, this Ten of Pentacles. You know, you're heading towards something very beautiful and something very real. And it seems like this hasn't been an easy decision because, I mean, you really were kind of living a free lifestyle here. Yeah, it had its own set of drama and bullshit, but you were fine with it until you met this person. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. 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 Wow. The situation that you've been in has been very, very toxic. No, you could have had a family with this person. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, you continuing to invest with this person. You know, you just continue to get this Five of Wands energy here. Staying with this person. And with this Chariot and the Star coming out. I definitely feel like, you know, you have been trying. It's not that you don't love this person. It's not that. But I'm getting what you and this person have is very superficial. It's very surface level. And, you know, with this Devil here, it's just very, in this King of Cups, I feel like, you know, again with this emotional shrinking, you know, this heart shrinking because of this lifestyle, because of this partnership, really, you know, because of everything. And you're tired, you know, you're tired of dealing with this. You've also been hit with a wave of emotions from this other person. And you're moving on, you're moving forward. You know, you're looking at this third wheel, whoever this person is that you met, you're looking at this person like a blessing. Oh my gosh, and Six of Wands on the bottom. You know, this person, they don't want you to move on, but You're headed towards not just happiness, not just fulfillment, but destiny. I'm getting just fated encounter, 100% fated encounter over here. Oh, wow. Wow, yes. I cut the deck at the moon, the strength, and then this Two of Cups, you know. So don't listen to other people, you know. Keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. You know, if you don't want to live this lifestyle anymore, if you want to pursue, you know, this emotional fulfillment, I'm not saying it has to be with this person in particular, but there is somebody here specifically that kind of triggered all of this, that kind of made you question all of this, okay? It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Yeah. It doesn't have to make sense to no one else here. Because people don't see really what was all going on under the surface and in the backgrounds, and how unfucking healthy that this was for you. You're ready to look forward to your future. You're tired of being, like, sick. I don't know, maybe somebody could have got sick. I don't know why that just came up, but, you know, we have this Hierophant coming out here. You're being guided in the correct direction for you, you know. If you have to set boundaries and start putting boundaries up, then that's what you got to do. And focus on yourself right now. Heal yourself, you know. You've really been going through a lot just within this whole relationship, you know. And I'm getting that there was a lot of hurt that has stemmed out of this. Maybe not you necessarily intentionally trying to hurt somebody, you know, or hurt someone's feelings or anything like that, although I do see that in the energy as well. You know, like this disregard, hence that small heart. But I'm also getting this energy of this person you were with. They really weren't okay with it, okay? It's like they were just going along. This person really wasn't okay, and this person would go out of their way to put swords in other people's back and your back. Doesn't matter. You know, this person definitely went out of their way to do the most here, to make things even more difficult, to cause even more conflict than what already would have been because of this juggling. Because this person really wasn't okay with it. So they're still trying to hang on to you. They're still, I'm giving like a desperate energy, like I'll fucking do anything, you know. And they've been in that energy already, because even though they weren't okay with really having an open relationship here, it was on the table, it was offered, you know. Little did this person know that eventually you were going to meet your soulmate. Eventually you were going to find somebody here that sorry, I just had like a flood of stuff come through, but eventually you were going to meet somebody here that would make you not interested in anyone else. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, Two of Wands. Juggling, decision, choices. You've made a judgment call on your life, yeah. Look how small this heart is. You made a judgment call. Anything else, Spirit? Try to ignore whatever you hear. I feel like this person is trying to stir up a lot of shit. Yeah, this person's trying to stir up a lot of lies or drama or deceit. Like there's some shady shit going on over here because of this exposure. And I find this exposure part kind of weird, because this was an open relationship. So, like, I'm not really, I guess the exposure, would be this Two of Cups. That's the exposure. Ooh, okay. That makes more sense now. You know, do what you're being guided to do, where your heart is leading you to go, you know? Yeah, it's like you had to close your heart off dealing with this person and dealing with all these other people. You know, look, it's just toxic. All of this was just toxic. Yeah, and it stressed you the fuck out. This is why you were so stressed. This is why you stay in your thoughts at night. This is why you keep yourself so busy, you know, trying to not think about things. And you're tired of it. And it's like you've acknowledged that and you're done. You're just done. No, and I'm not saying that you're running towards this person or anything like that, you know, to have a relationship or something. But what I am seeing is that you're manifesting not this life. You know, you're manifesting a real soulmate here, a new beginning, a fresh start, you know, and you don't want this anymore. You want something that's stable. I am getting, you know, that you would like to have a partnership and divine union, you know. So now what, Spirit? Justice. Yeah, you're balancing your life back out. Your life is getting balanced back out. Oh my gosh. Look. Two of Cups. It came out in the reverse. Okay? This was not good for you. Maybe it started off that way. Maybe it started off good. You know, again, I'm getting this very, like, surface level, shallow dynamic anyways. You know, so this could have worked very well for you for quite some time. But there came a point where it didn't anymore. There came a point where this became very karmic and toxic. Look, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Again, toxic. Karmic. This person really wasn't okay with it. Wow. And you actually have love for somebody else. You know? Whether you pursue that or not is besides the point here. Because the point of this is that you're leaving all of this behind. You know? Fuck forever. Fuck the crazy shit. Fuck this commitment. Fuck the open lifestyle. Again, there's something about travel here too. Very specifically planes. So I don't know if somebody traveled somewhere to do something, you know, take care of something, whatever this may be, but you're ready for new love. You're ready for new love. You're ready for love, is what I'm going to say. And again, this doesn't mean that you're out there pursuing or anything like that. Yeah, you know, with this heartbreak kind of crossing here, you're making a major decision here. Because this is a complete lifestyle change. And you're tired of the heartbreak. You're tired of being in karmic energy. You want to be authentic. You want to be able to have that partner. You know, you really have been going within and thinking a lot about this entire situation, this entire dynamic. Just everything. Everything. Yeah. And there was so much deceit, so much toxicity around this lifestyle. It just was no longer worth it. You weren't building anything. Y'all weren't building anything together. You know? This was a really weird message. So, again, this is not going to resonate for probably a lot of people. Let's pull a final message. Because you know, yeah, you're getting called crazy. Yeah, like, people would assume that, you know, you have everything that you could possibly want, right? But these are probably very surface level people as well that are saying these things, you know. Again, the way this started, it didn't seem to be very toxic. You know, this could have worked very well for you for a while. Everything changes, and it seems like you're changing. Your life is changing. What you want for your future is changing, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's pull a final message. Final message, please. Whoa, okay. Well, these wanted to sneak out. We'll start with these. You know, failure and leap forward. Learn from failures as stepping stones to success. Each setback is an opportunity for growth. Take bold steps towards your goals. Courage to open doors to new opportunities and adventures. You know, that's pretty much where you're at. Then you have friendship. Like crows who form lifelong bonds, cherish the friendships that bring light into your life. Freedom. Embrace freedom as the ability to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. And then vision. Clarify your vision for the future. It guides goals and inspires meaningful actions. You know, I feel like this is a complete summary of this entire reading. You know, this marriage, this dynamic, it didn't work. It wasn't successful, you know. And you are taking that giant leap forward. That's why people think you're crazy for moving on, you know. But with this friendship card, there was somebody that you came in encounter with, like whether this was in a romantic way or not. It could have been platonic, but like somebody here made a big impact on you. And this has allowed you that freedom. It says embrace freedom as the ability to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. You know, it's like you've really kind of recalibrated, not just reevaluate your life, but recalibrating it as well. I do feel like you are heading in the right direction with this Wheel of Fortune coming out, because whatever it is that you inspire to have and that you're working towards, you know, whatever this vision is of yours, this is what you're heading towards. Okay? There is a blessing within this. This feels very blessing, okay? This was an odd message, so, you know, I hope it was clear. If not, my apologies, okay? Again, this was kind of a weird one for me. So, I hope this message helped you, and until next time, bye.